Salaam alaikum, YouTube. What's cracking? It's your angry biracial back with another video. I got a couple things I want to talk about this morning. But before I dive into that, I had a straight duel with a spider this morning. I woke up this morning, made me a good cup of coffee, got my kids up and ready to go for school, went to my garage to open the garage door, and there was this huge mammoth jammer spider sitting right on the garage door opener button. My kids were screaming. The spider was huge, man. I'm sitting there with my cup of coffee in my hand. I turned to the spider. I'm like, how dare thee? The spider looked at me, put his chin up like, what's up? I was like, oh, all right, spider. I set my coffee down. I pulled out my sword. By sword, I mean broom. It was a big-ass broom trying to kill this big-ass spider. Let me make myself look braver than I was. Pointed the broom, sword, at the spider and said, I challenge thee. Either leave my property or we're going to fight. The spider looked at me and said, bring it on, ninja. Me and this spider had a brave duel. And by duel, I mean me diving forward with the broom, trying to hit it, and jumping back whenever it jumps, and going back and forth like that until I finally slayed that foul beast. Picked up my cup of coffee, took a drink to my cheering kids. They were saying, yay, daddy, daddy, daddy. And I'm like, yeah. Yep, that was my morning. Y'all can now call me Angry Biracial, the slayer of beasts. But anyway, this video is about people who come on to my channel and say, hey, I love your content, but there's always a but. And one of the main ones I get is, why are you always shouting? One, I am not shouting at all. I have a loud, booming voice, and I've always had a loud, booming voice. And for those who don't know, I grew up in group homes and foster homes, mostly group homes. And the vast majority of those group homes were Christian group homes. And they would force us to go to church all the time. I'm not a Christian. I don't have nothing against Christians. I just don't believe in the Christian doctrine and stuff. I'm a Muslim. So I essentially grew up in the church and listening to preachers talk. And I took on the mannerisms and the charisma of those preachers. Then as I got older, I became extremely pro-black at one point in my life. And all the great pro-black activists that I looked up to, like Malcolm X, I studied the way that he spoke, the inflections of his voice, how he captivated his crowd. I studied men like Louis Farrakhan and how they spoke, Dr. King, and all these other great speakers. And I just adopted that personality, that speaking type. And I've been talking like that ever since I was a kid. So I'm not shouting. Believe me, if you heard me shout, you can tell the difference. What you hear is me being passionate about what I'm saying, me getting into what I'm saying. So am I yelling? Nah. I'm just a loud motherfucker. It is what it is. The next thing that people like to say is that my name and my intro is very cringe. They say, Angry Biracial, I love your content, but why can't you change your intro? Why do you have to call yourself the Angry Biracial? And my response is simple. Why is me being proudly biracial so offensive to you? Maybe you need to look in the mirror and examine your anti-mixed tendencies. People like me are the fastest growing minority group in America. And we are not going anywhere. And in case you didn't know, my channel is just not a safe space for black women. It's also a safe space for mixed and biracial people. I get a ton of emails from biracial people almost daily. Or they inbox me on my Instagram or my Facebook fan page, and they tell me how good it feels to feel represented. To see someone who was proudly biracial having a platform. Someone who was proudly biracial speaking on the issues that I speak about. That I'm not one of those biracial channels that get in line and talk about being bullied all the time. That I'm a biracial man who has a family, who has a business, who has a career, who is successful, and again, who is proudly biracial. Biracial people need that. We need more of that. I also get a lot of emails from black women who have biracial children. And they tell me how thankful they are for my channel because I bring awareness to certain things that they didn't understand about biracial people, about some of the struggles that we go through, that they let their kids listen to my pro-biracial songs, and how they enjoy seeing their kids' eyes light up to hear a song that's uplifting them, that's targeted to them, that's talking about them. That's letting them know that it's okay to be biracial, that being biracial is beautiful. It's okay to be proud of who and what you are. And if you honestly have a problem with that, then again, the issue is you. And how insecure you feel when a mixed person is proud of who and what they are. Me being proud to be biracial is not taken away from you being proud to be black. Me being proud to be biracial is not shitting on the black community. It's not shitting on the Arab community. It's not shitting on the white community. It's me embracing who I am 100%. And who I am is not black or Arab. Who I am is a mixture of both. I don't understand why this is such a hard concept for people to grasp and understand. I mean, it's understood in dogs. It's understood when trying to blend two different types of crops together to make a better crop. But somehow when it comes to human beings, it's a controversial topic. And I find it completely ironic that the main people that have an issue with it are the very same black men that go out of their way to create people like me. The vast majority of us biracials have black fathers. Yet they are the loudest when it comes to anti-biracial, anti-mixed sentiments. I liken those type of dudes that love to make us but hate us having a voice, hate us representing ourselves, hate us being proud of who we are, to those conservative pastors and senators and government officials who get on TV or go in front of their congregation and spout all this anti-LGBTQ hate speech. Then a couple years later, they're exposed for sleeping with a trans person. The point being that these same dudes that create us biracial people yet get online and talk shit about us all day. Secretly, they love us. Again, secretly they love us and they're jealous and envious of us. And they want to be us. And seeing us happy and prideful and comfortable in our skin makes them insecure. And they don't know how to contend or understand the jealousy and insecurity and self-hate that they are feeling. So no, I'm not changing my name or my intro. And if it bothers you that much, if it offends you that much, then by all means unsubscribe and hit that do not recommend button. And find another creator who is doing similar type of content that meets your needs. Trust me, I'm not going to be offended at all. But you'll be hard pressed to find another biracial creator doing my type of content. I'm pretty certain I'm the only one right now. Or you can just get the hell over it and understand that your worldview is not the only worldview. That other people are allowed to be proud of who and what they are. And maybe, just maybe, sticking around and listening to your angry biracial may help you deal with your anti-mixed insecurities and your obvious self-hate. I think I thoroughly covered that topic, and I jabbered on enough about it. There are a lot more comments that I can address, but those are the two main ones. But if you like this type of video where I address certain things on my channel, let me know and I'll make more. But for now, I gotta go fill up my gas tank and head home to do another reaction. I like to try to knock out my reactions before my kids get home from school. As usual, I love y'all and be safe.